Also in Ottawa, sources say Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will shuffle his cabinet tomorrow following Freeland's departure and the departure of Housing Minister Sean Fraser. The report of the impending shuffle comes as his newly minted Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc put to bed speculation that he would be interested in running for Liberal leader. LeBlanc told reporters in New Brunswick today that the cabinet fully supports Trudeau and expects him to stay on. Trudeau had already been preparing a cabinet shuffle before Chrystia Freeland resigned, as he needed to replace 5 ministers who had told him they wouldn't be running in the next election. Since Freeland's resignation Monday, the Prime Minister has cancelled all his year-end interviews with media, but Burlington MP and Liberal House Leader Karina Gould did not. Eric Vienneau spoke with her today and joins us live in studio with more on that. Eric.
Matt, Gould acknowledged that this has been a rocky week for the Liberals. So I asked her about the calls for Trudeau to step down, the reported cabinet shuffle tomorrow, and how confident she is the Liberals can win another election. Take a look at our exclusive television interview. Yesterday, Hamilton Liberal MP Chad Collins told us Justin Trudeau should step down. Now, why do you continue to support Trudeau?
Well, look, I think what was very clear this week is that the Prime Minister has said that he has a lot to reflect on. And so I'm going to allow him the time and the space to have that reflection. But look, over the last 9 years, he has had quite, an impressive legacy for Canada. I mean, renegotiating NAFTA, particularly in the Hamilton and Burlington area, this is so important, making sure those steel and aluminum tariffs were lifted. The incredible social programs that we've been able to put in place, like childcare, which in the new year in our community and across the province are going to go down to an average of $22 a day. The really important work we've done to stimulate the economy, what we've done through the pandemic, all of that is a result of his leadership. And so, I have been proud to serve alongside him and proud of the legacy that we've been able to deliver for Canadians, and know that, there's still a lot more that we can and should and want to be able to do for people in our communities, but also right across the country.
Yeah, and there are reports that there's going to be a cabinet shuffle tomorrow. Is there anything you could tell me about that?
No, I find out about these things at the same time as everybody else. Cabinet shuffles are usually kept very close, so we'll have to wait and see if tomorrow that happens or not.
Many polls are showing the Conservatives are far ahead in public opinion. What makes you confident the Liberals can win the next election?
Well, look, elections are always challenging and things always happen unexpectedly. And, there's a famous saying in politics that a week is a lifetime in politics. And so things can and they do change. I do think that, polls between elections, tend to be different than what you actually see during an election. And I can say that when I speak to people in my community, absolutely, there are frustrations with the federal government right now. I'm not going to pretend that there aren't, but there are also a lot of people who are very worried about what this current iteration of the Conservative Party of Canada would do, all the cuts that they would make to the programs and the services that Canadians rely on. They're very worried about some of the, very extreme right-wing approaches of Pierre Poilievre and some of his, the people around him.
And lastly, I just want to know what you have heard from your constituents about how they're feeling about what has happened over these past 4 days.
Sure. Well, a wide range of things. I think, I'm not going to pretend that Monday wasn't a shocking day. And so I heard a number of people who were shocked by what happened, who are saddened by what happened. Some people who, see opportunity for renewal, but, a wide range of reactions for sure. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from folks in my community about how calm I was on Monday. We're just going to have to see what happens. I think a lot of people are asking what this means. And I guess my response there is a reassurance that, we're going to be able to continue to deliver for Canadians. That's our job as the government, and that's what we're focused on.
And if you want to watch my full interview with Karina Gould, including her reaction to Chrystia Freeland's resignation and what she's been hearing from her Burlington constituents, visit chch.com.